Hello, this is your worst enemy, and here's just some quick gameplay footage from Mortal Kombat on the PlayStation Vita. I just wanted to give a quick update after the first video that I posted. It's on my channel. It's basically the first startup and first impressions. I finally got to play through the game a lot more. I've got about 5 hours into it. And I really like it so far. I mean, I got Mortal Kombat on the Xbox 360, and after playing the tutorial and trying to play a few matches and whatnot, I just wasn't feeling it. I thought, you know what, this is terrible. I'm not a fighting game person, and I returned it. I returned Mortal Kombat. No, I didn't even return it. I sold it to a friend the next morning. So after that experience, I was a bit nervous about getting Mortal Kombat for the PlayStation Vita, but then I thought to myself, well, you know what? It's only $40. Comes with all the DLC characters, and I'm sure the challenge tower is going to be a bit more fun. Maybe the bonus challenge tower is going to be interesting. And guess what? It turns out I was wrong about Mortal Kombat. I thought that it was bad, and I thought that I just wasn't good at it. It turns out that the tutorial itself is what turned me off from the game on the Xbox 360 because I couldn't land combos. And on the Vita, it's the same way. I just can't do any combo moves. Whenever I press the buttons, it seems like I always fail. So instead of doing what I did for the console versions and sort of just giving up, I went into more matches. I learned how to do the special moves for the characters, learned how to do the fatalities, and I'm having a lot of fun with the game. Of course, as you can see here, I kind of suck at it, but it's still enjoyable. And I'm liking the story mode. I think the story is a bit, cheesy dialogue, cheesy characters, but it's still fun, and it's probably one of the more interesting fighting game stories I've seen, especially compared to Soul Calibur 5. And I mean, the graphics, of course, have taken a hit. You can tell just by watching this gameplay that they're not up to par with consoles. They look more like slightly better than PlayStation 2, and you might think, well, that's really bad, and if the graphics are like that, then there's no point buying it. But honestly, you don't watch porn for the story, so why would you play games for the graphics unless it's Crisis? This is a PlayStation Vita. It has dual analog sticks for the first time on a handheld. You want that type of experience, and it gave it to you. You won't be able to play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter on a smartphone, at least not as well. I know Street Fighter 4 is on smartphones, but it doesn't play as well as it would play if it's on a system with actual buttons. And the graphics come with a plus. The game runs at a solid 60 frames per second, and it runs at that speed even during multiplayer, which is huge. Fighting game fans, fighting game professionals, they know if your fighting game does not run at 60 frames per second or higher, then it's not a good fighting game, because you just can't land those combos. You can't block as fast. You can't do basically anything correctly, especially in a professional atmosphere. And this will be great for people who play Mortal Kombat hardcore and love if they could have just some way to practice Mortal Kombat on the go, like on a train or on a plane or in the subway. If they want to practice, this is a perfect game to get, because it has every single character and costume and upgrade and practice mode that you could ask for. So yeah, I like this game. I would recommend it, even if you're not one of those people who thinks, that they like fighting games. If you think, oh, well, I've never been interested in fighting games. Maybe wait for the price to drop and try it out because I enjoy it. And on the online play, I'm terrible, but it runs at a solid 60 frames per second there as well. And I noticed basically no lag, which is a huge thing that's plaguing a lot of fighting games nowadays. There was no lag when I played multiplayer on Mortal Kombat for the Vita, and connection was fast, loading was fast, and of course the Vita comes with a built-in mic, so that makes it even better when you're playing with someone online and you can hear them getting so pissed off because you're using cheap attacks or cheap fatality moves. So yeah, I mean, great game. I would give it about, I'd say, let's see. I mean, it's a fighting game, so considering that's just a fighting game, it can't really have that much variety. I would give it an 8.8 out of 10. I think it's a solid game. There's a couple of graphical issues and problems with combo attacks, but it's still awesome. Anyway, I'll leave you with the rest of this gameplay, and I hope you enjoy.
Time wins. Round 2. Fight! Finish her. Cube Simon.